down the metal tracks and off, soaring down the hill in a flash. This is not for the faint of heart. Ski jumping can be a little intimidating for first-timers.
It was definitely scary at first, but I moved quickly.
For 15-year-old Haley Garnsey, it's a rush, unlike any other sport.
I love jumping so much. It's by far like my favorite sport ever. I love this jump. I love everything about it here. It's so much fun.
Haley is one of 30 student athletes who competed in the only high school jumping state championship in the country.
So the champions you see here are actually national champions.
All right, Brooke, nice job.
Where Berlin and Milan meet sits the historic Nansen ski jump, and in its shadow, these teenagers are launching off Little Nansen, about half the size of the original, just its second winter in use. Don't be fooled though, there is nothing little about this jump.
I mean, it's awesome. I mean, all these, like, a bunch of jumps around here. It's great because nowhere around has jumps, and it's cool.
I kind of thought it would just be something fun to do, but I definitely love to be able to do it in college next year if I can find a club team to join or something like that.
With family and friends cheering on their young skiers, it's been a long time since the state-owned historic site saw this much activity.
It's going to be exciting, though, to see all this hustle and bustle here today with so many years of not looking like this.
It's amazing. It really is amazing. And like I say, I get choked up about it.
For Scott Halverson and others who hail from the Berlin area, this is more than just a state competition. It's a glance into the past and a hope for what's to come. Construction of the Big Nansen began in 1936, rising above the North Country, and the first of its kind, a 171-foot steel frame tower supporting a 310-foot runway.
When it was built, it was the largest steel tower jump in the world.
For nearly half a century, it was the center of life in the region. 4 national ski jumping championships were held at Big Nansen, and in 1938, the first Olympic trials, drawing crowds from all over. Cars lined Route 16 with people eager to catch a glimpse of the most renowned ski jumpers in the world.
What I remember about Berlin that day was that there were thousands of cars parked on the other side of the road from the tournament, and the horns would beep if there was a long jump.
Walter Malmquist competed in the 1976 and 1980 Winter Olympics. In 1977, he temporarily held the Nansen distance record of 82 meters until his Dartmouth classmate beat him.
Wait until you all get the Big Nansen back in shape. We're going to have the nation coming back to Berlin to enjoy national caliber events. No doubt in my mind.
That day might not be that far off. Efforts to wake the sleeping giant have come a long way. In 1988, the jump was abandoned. The site became overgrown and in disarray. In 2011, a historical marker commemorated the ski jump, igniting a new push to restore it. Then 6 years later, U.S. Olympian and World Cup champion Sarah Hendrickson jumped off it, becoming the first person in decades to do it.
We have been working since that day to bring that jump back to hold competition there again.
Halverson is the treasurer of the Nansen Ski Club. A couple years ago, he says they secured a Northern Border Regional Commission grant to reprofile the landing hill. Work is ongoing to reinforce the tower and deck, rebuild the stairs, and install snowmakers.
We are not alone in this. This is not a Berlin alone project. This is a national project. This is an Eastern project. Ski clubs across the country are clamoring to come back to Nansen. This would be a huge boost for the North Country.
Halverson estimates another $500,000 will be needed to launch the Nansen to the finish line.
If everything falls into place, we could have this jump done for next year. things don't always fall right into place.
It's just the momentum keeps growing. The community support is amazing. Look at all the people that are already here. A lot of these kids are standing on the 39 going, when is that one going to be ready for me to jump? So it is really cool.
Just ask the kids. Every one of them heard about this sport, saw the jump, and wanted to be a part of it.
Well, my brother started doing it last year, and I was like, that sounds so cool.
I was actually talking with one of my friends, and they were asking what I do for a winter sport, and he said, oh, you should do ski jumping. That's what I do. So I decided to do it, and now I'm here.
The next generation of jumpers is ready to take flight. And before long, Big Nansen will be too.
Driving through Berlin and my childhood and all the carnivals and all this and all that, and feeling like at one time it was totally lost. And seeing this come to life, and seeing all the people here, and seeing the kids jumping, and seeing the kids smiling, and the coaches are beaming, and it's just brought life to this community.